Hello everyone, I'm Apollo the Storyteller, and this is Shadowrun Dragonfall. To recap, Paul Amsel is dead after an attack on our hideout by Audran and his company. We got the data chip from Alice, and we figured out that Fauclair is at the Harfield Manor, where all of this began. We're going to find out how to get at Fauclair, and that's not yet possible because there's an AI protecting the network that we need to be able to get into in the Harfield Manor. So we have to get at the cyber weapon known as Apex, and we're going to have to go through a gang to get there. Let's see. I'm going to read my inbox messages first. RE Salvage DVD. The screen flickers to life and Malit's face appears. From the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Oi, Apollo. Just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out. Okay, this is old. I think all of this is old. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Fuck that. Alright, we're going to continue with this mission. I need to prepare for it first, though. There's a gang to deal with. Let me make sure I've got all my relevant equipment. Secure Decker clothing. That was... Yeah, I've already got the best armor on right now. Advanced med kit. Basic med kit, grab some jazz, confirm that, then I'm going to go buy some more supplies and see what kind of budget I'm working with. 9,600 new yen, that should get me some decent equipment. I need to update my decking equipment if I can. Let's talk to Malit, see what she has to say about that. Health supplies, yes. Yes, Ganonart, I'm going to do that. That is definitely high on my list. Last time I almost got myself killed because I was low on health supplies. I need some tech. Let's see here. My current decking equipment is the Fuji Virtua X. Programs 5, ESPs 2, Evasion 3, IP 200, AP 3. Alright, let's see what we can do about upgrading all those things. Okay, yeah. That looks to be the best on the market, and it's a whole 5,000. So, first of all, let's sell our old one. And also the old armor that I don't need anymore. Equipment. I thought I had an extra Mossberg that I didn't need either. Whatever. Alright, so that pads out some of the cost. Very good. There's my Fairlight Excalibur. A new computer. Okay. Let's see if I can get better weaponry too. Go to the weapons dealer, and then I'll go talk to the doctor about getting some medical supplies. Oh, I didn't even see what I just clicked. No, I lost a niece today. But I'm doing a whole hell of a lot better than our attackers are. Those sons of bitches hit the wrong keys. I put 6 of them in the ground personally, and when I find out who they are, where they lived, he turns his head and spits. Ain't nothing gonna save those people. You think it's large? He shakes his head and returns his attention to you. But you didn't come here to listen to me rage. You're after a bit of payback yourself, I'll wager. So what can I do to help you get it? Yeah, he's gonna help me make sure that I get revenge on these bastards. Let's see what my pistol looks like. Equipment. I was right, I do have a Mossberg, an extra Mossberg. Is it the same Mossberg that I have? No, the one I'm using is better, so I'm going to sell this one. And then let's have a look at Browning Max Power Smart Link. 12 damage, range medium, cap 10. So doesn't look like I can really get any of these. Most of these are I would need to upgrade my whatchamacallit, my skills in handguns to get those other weapons. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I don't know if well, I've only got 3 karma points left. I don't think that's enough for anything. Maybe pistol. Let's see if he has anything else for me in that case. No, that doesn't really help, unfortunately. Can I get a better shotgun by chance? Isn't the Mossberg CMDT the one I have? CMDT SmartLink, yeah. So I could upgrade. I don't know the difference between SmartLink and just the regular. With an integral SmartLink system. I'm guessing that maybe there's some extra skills associated with the SmartLink. That's all I can tell, because the stats look the same. So I'm going to upgrade to this Remington here. And then I'm going to sell my old Mossberg. Excellent. Alright, now let's go to the doctor and grab some medical supplies, and then I should be good to go. Let's see, where was he at? I feel like he was somewhere around here. Maybe up here? Ah, it was right here. Yeah. Triage Cyber Clinic. Maybe I will also get some, like, cybernetic upgrades. Let's have a look at his cyberware first. See if I can get something for my body, maybe? Some of these are expensive. Adds 1 to all physical attributes for the low price of 7,500 new yen. Let's see if we can do a little bit. Dodge and throw. I don't need throwing weapons, but body and strength, maybe? Tailored pheromones. Influences others subconsciously, granting the user a subtle edge. Adds +1 charisma. Nah. Wired reflexes with reflex trigger. Adds +1 to movement. When triggered, you will dodge the first attack against you each round. Yes, I'm going to get that. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. I'm not a magic user, so I don't need that warning. I don't care about it. Alright, let's see. Do you have any run-ins with the attackers? No, truth be told, I was in surgery when the attackers hit, and they never disturbed my office. I spent the entire sorry event elbows deep in the abdomen of an elderly dwarf. His nephretic screen needed a tune-up. Lucky you. He grins conspiratorially. Lucky him, you mean? Poor old guy had the bladder capacity of a pygmy shrew. He was in desperate need of my help. But on to more important things, eh? What can triage do for you today? I need medical supplies. I've got a little bit of money left. Oh, I don't have any money left. Never mind, you're right. Oh well. I'll be alright. The other, my other party members, they come with a steady supply of items. And I've leveled them up all the way, so they're going to come with, what am I trying to say? Glory specifically has the most medical supplies, so she's very well equipped to make sure that I don't die. I also think that Iger comes with medical supplies as well, so I should be fine. And I just got the upgrade so that I can, I have a higher chance of dodging the first strike against from an enemy. So I'm gonna trust that I'll be fine. And I do have at least one basic med kit and a advanced med kit of my own. Assemble the team and travel to the coordinates that Alice provided to find a backdoor access point and shut down the Apex AI. Alright, taking Glory. Ooh, I can take the puppy. I'm going to take him. And Iger. What does Dante come with? He has doggy bones. Manufactured by Az Technology subsidiary with a sell-by date sometime in the 2070s. They're little healing things for the doggy. A doggy sedative. Incoming damage is reduced by 2 and quickness -1 for 5 rounds. That's funny. Soy jerky. Yeah, everything's made out of soy in this futuristic world. Even the coffee, the soy calf. I guess soy is easier to produce than other resources. Apex, an artificial intelligence designed for matrix warfare. The thought of it sends a chill down your spine. For years, the shadows have been ripe with rumors of true AI. Names like Mirage and Psychotrope have fueled conspiracy boards on the Shadowland BBS since 2029. Most savvy Shadowrunners dismiss these stories as bunk. But from what Alice has told you, at least one of the stories is real. Apex is waiting for you, somewhere down in the basement of an abandoned Seda Kloop lab. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wade through a lot of gang territory to get there. Continue. So, I'm going to try to negotiate the fuck out of this if I can. Because, like, the last time I went on a mission where gangs were involved, I was able to just talk my way out of it. So if that's an option, I'm going to take it. I don't want to fight these guys. Let's see what this Ulrich has to say. A huge orc in ragged combat fatigue steps forward to meet you. He walks with the swollen bravado of a man who's used to getting what he wants. One of his meaty arms jerks up, hand held upright in the universal sign for stop. The other clutches a bulky assault rifle. The orc inspects you. His body language is decidedly unfriendly. You don't look like a magnificer. You're not one of us, and I'm guessing you ain't here for the hub either. So tell me, who are you, and what's your interest in this building? I need to get into the basement. It's important. Oh, it's important, you say? He makes a sweeping gesture in the direction of the building behind him. The other assorted toughs behind him smile. Well, by all means, go in then. You're being sarcastic. Ha! You're a sharp one. He smiles at you, revealing a mouth filled with jagged teeth. This building's under Arbeiter protection. We can't just let you waltz in and shoot up the place. I'm not planning on shooting anything, not unless I have to. Yeah, well, I can't exactly take that on at face value. Look, it'd be better for everyone if you just turn back. We don't want to fight you, but we can't risk letting an unknown player into this. He pauses for a moment to search for the right word. Situation right now. Maybe I could help you out with your situation. There we go. Well, that puts a different spin on things. He pauses for a moment to consider. You look like you can handle yourself. We could probably use you. If you'd be willing to help, there'd even be some money in it for you. But if not, well, the assault rifle in his hand shifts position slightly. That's a different conversation. And what exactly do you want us to do? Iger's tone is neutral. Her posture relaxed, but one of hand... Excuse me. But one of her hands casually comes to rest on the butt of her shotgun. Ulrich doesn't seem to notice. We're having some trouble with a local mage gang, the Magnificers. The Magnificers. The orc turns his head and spits. They attacked us without warning, took up in our building, and kicked us out onto the street. Me and my boys were the rightful protectors of this block, but the assholes that screwed us, they've got the building buttoned up pretty tight. We can't get in there and to make things right, but maybe you can. If you could enter the building and do some damage to those Drek-eating Magnificers, the Arbeiters would be willing to pay you 200 new yen per kill. You bring me back their amulets, you get paid. How's that sound? Iger raises an eyebrow. Your call, fearless leader. You know the timetable we're working on. It's a deal, Ulrich. Good. Yeah, I think that this will work. Iger gives you a small nod. Her hand falls away from the stock of her shotgun. You need anything else, or are you ready to go crack some skulls? I want to know who I'm working for. I'm Ulrich, leader of the Berlin chapter of the Arbeiters. We're a poly club, small but growing. We serve the people of the working class, protect them from the parasites that would exploit them. Commies. You're not a fan of the F-state, then? Anarchy is not the solution to the people's problems. Do what thou wilt is a policy that rewards only the powerful. The working class gets trampled. A strong, people-centered communist movement is the only way to protect the interests of the common man. Poly club. No, like, not poly as in, that's P-O-L-Y. Like, poly, like, political. A strong, people-centered communist movement is the only way to protect the interests of the common man. Give us a few years, and that's exactly what we're going to be. I want to know what I'm going up against. Tell me about the Magnificers. A gang of parasites. They think that their magical talents make them better than everyone else. Because of that, they feel entitled to take whatever they want. Up until recently, they've been content with pulling pranks and stealing purses. Childish, Drek, but they were basically harmless. Then their new leader took over. Calls himself Trimetius. Or Tritemius. But I remember when he was just a skinny little prick named Yuri. He lets out a derisive snort. I should have kept a better eye on him, I guess. Should have stomped him flat when he started putting on airs. Would have saved everyone else a heap of trouble. Tritemius took over the Magnificers, militarized them, and convinced them that they could take us. And thanks to the element of surprise, they actually managed to do it. The orc folds his arms across his burly chest. Any day now, we're gonna show him exactly how bad an idea that was. I think I'll start by breaking Yuri's neck. You look pretty dug in out here. How long do you intend to man the trenches? We'll be out here as long as it takes. We're taking our building back, one way or another. For over 3 years, we protected that place. We held it for the people, to do with as they pleased, kept it safe from parasites and exploiters. Everything was cool until those Drexau Magnificers sucker punched us. No negotiation, no warning. They just turned on us out of the blue. Brought a couple dozen spirits down on our heads. I didn't even know that we were under attack until the water in my bathtub snaked up and tried to drown me. Most of us got out alive, but we've been stuck out here ever since. Just give us some time, though. We'll take the building back. We'll starve them out if we have to. And when we do, those scrawny bastards are gonna pay. Anything I should know about the building before I head inside? You'll probably see some burnouts floating around the ground floor. They're all there for the hub. It's like some kind of church or something. Guy called Parson runs it. Between you and me, they're all batshit crazy. Not dangerous, just nuts. Why'd you keep them around at all then? Because a lot of them are rich. They paid a Drek load in rent, and we redistributed that wealth to the common man. Let me guess, you define yourselves as the common man? Do you see a tie around my neck, pal? Do I look like a corporate stooge to you? We are the friends of the people, and we are the people. Don't you dare question it. Just one more thing. I need to get into the basement. Anything you can do that help me out? Basement? What could you possibly want to go down there for? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You'd be surprised what I'll believe. Try me. Alright. I need to stop a killer AI so that I can rescue an elderly scientist from a ghost dragon. The future of Berlin could be at stake. Yeah, let's go with that one. You're right, I don't believe you. You're either lying or you're crazy. But crazy has its uses. Alright. I'll get you into that basement, but it'll cost you. How much do you want? You've got the wrong idea. I don't need New Yin, friend. What I need is Tritemius's head on a fucking platter. Problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the building and we don't know where. Best guess? He's hiding somewhere upstairs in a room with no exterior windows. Somewhere, probably someplace close. He's stashed the power coupling for the elevator. He pulled it to keep us from getting access to the guns we stashed in the basement. So, you find and kill Tritemius, grab the coupling out of his apartment, and bring me that stupid amulet he's always wearing so I'll know he's dead. He cracks a grin. Then, I give you the control chip that I pulled when we had to fall back. Slot them both back into the elevator, and it'll take you straight to the basement. Alright, I'll see what I can do. On a golden platter, that's right. I'm gonna eviscerate this fucker. Good. Just remember, no amulet, no basement. Now go on through and show that little prick what it means to screw with the Arbiters. Very good. Let us save it. God damn it. There we go. Let's get this done. Let's talk to Carl. Man behind the counter looks tired. His lids are heavy, and his eyes are bloodshot. Go kill some younglings? Is that a Star Wars reference? Welcome to Carl's General Store. What can I do for you? I need some info. He rubs his eyes and does his best to shake himself. Yeah, alright. What do you want to know? What's the layout of this place like? He pauses for a moment, gathering his thoughts. When the words come, they're slow as molasses. Well, you're on the first floor. That's the hub and my shop. The second floor has mostly been converted into makeshift apartments for people to live in. A gang squats up there, the Magnificers, the dangerous people. I'd stay away from him. The third floor is mostly housing too. Lots of Parsons communion crazies live up there. The Magnificers have a squat up there too. He leans in and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I'm pretty sure their main crib is up there too. Don't know exactly where. What do you know about the Magnificers? They don't care about much, aside from their own magic. Whole world's one big magical pissing contest to them. Always trying to summon bigger and better spirits. Dangerous stuff, man. Sounds like a bad situation. You have my sympathies. It ain't easy. They charge less in protection than the Arbiters did, but they don't care about keeping anything even approaching order. They just hide out in their clubhouse, get high, and summon spirits that terrorize and kill people up on the third floor. He shakes his head. Poor bastards. What do you know about... I don't need to know about the Arbiters. I don't give a shit. Alright. I don't have any money, so I'm not going to do any shopping with that guy. Let's talk to Parson. The attendant behind the counter is an uncommonly fine-featured dwarf with a beatific smile. A yellow ID tag pinned to his chest announces his name in large, blocky letters. Parson. He nods at you and raises a hand in greeting. Welcome to the hub, brother. Are you here to share in the splendor of communion? If so, I can show you to an empty terminal. What do you do here? I am the custodian of the hub. I tend to the bodies of our brothers and sisters while they share in the rapture of communion. I might be interested. Tell me more. Communion is a spiritual experience, friend. Available to all for a small donation. He gestures. They're fucking Scientologists. He's like L. Ron Hubbard. He gestures at the banks of terminals lining the walls. The hub acts as the core of the communion. Those who jack into it are, in turn, linked to one another, daisy-chained together at the brainstem. Race, gender, social class, all of the artificial barriers to empathy that we've constructed as a culture. Communion strips them all away. It is a monument to the great truth that so many of us deny, that we are all the same at the core. Imagine it, friend. Dozens of individual minds, all tied together into a single, cohesive whole, sharing in a collective subconscious, connected through the hub. Parson raises his hands in supplication. Join with us, and feel your limitations fall away. You and your congregation need to stop. There's a killer AI on the loose in this building. The dwarf's benevolent smile does not falter. You are quite mistaken. The hub is a place of peace. We are in no danger here. Wow, he really is disconnected. I have some questions for you about the local gang activity. He nods. We do seem to have more than our fair share. Very well. I'll answer your questions. Should I be worried about the gang war that seems to be geared up around us? While you remain in the hub, you have nothing to fear. We pay well for the use of this place, and neither gang would risk driving us away. And the rest of the building? He spreads his hands. If you choose to go exploring, I can't guarantee your safety. Who's quite limited? Are you talking about me or this guy? I need to know about the Magnificers. Power-drunk fools, the lot of them. The Arbiters were bad enough, but the Magnificers are even worse. The Arbiters' interests were limited to theft and violence in the name of their cause. The Magnificers, they have power, and they seem to relish in abusing it. Oh, he said I was. I didn't catch that. Yeah. Now that they've claimed the upper levels of the building, it isn't safe to travel beyond the ground floor. Several members of our congregation have been mauled to death by the Magnificer's pet spirits. Now we travel only in groups. You're safe down here, though? Yes. Tritemius needs the hub. To threaten this congregation would be to jeopardize his primary source of income. But the upper floors enjoy no such protection. They have become dangerous places to travel. I'm looking for Tritemius. Any idea how I can find him? Smile fades from Parsons' face. Tritemius is a dangerous man. Why do you ask? I don't know how to answer this. See, I don't much care for the idea, so I've got a counter proposal. No. I made a deal with Ulrich. Tritemius is involved. Tritemius is almost certainly upstairs, hidden away from the outside world. I wouldn't advise going after him, but if your mind is made up, I suppose that I can't change it. Yes, I can tell you how to find him, but I will need something from you in return. God damn it, everyone wants something in return. Naturally. Tell us what you need. A pair of squatters on the second floor ripped the guts out of one of my terminals. They have taken the data jack signal converter. and the terminal will be out of commission until I get it back. A single damaged terminal may not sound like much, but trust me, the entire experience of communion has been diminished by this act of vandalism. I believe that I know the squatters responsible. Their leader's name is Janet. She is a decker of some skill. I don't know what she has planned for my parts, but I do know that this situation will not stand. I cannot allow another terminal to be damaged. And so you want us to deal with them for you? Yes, but not with violence. I want you to talk with them and convince them to bring me back my components. That ain't gonna happen. Do this and I'll tell you how to get to Tritamus. Deal? Lie. No violence. You got it. Excellent. It's a deal then. I'm gonna have to use violence. There's no fucking way that they're gonna just be like, oh please, can you please give me the parts back? That's not gonna happen. If they're as power hungry as everyone's saying they are, then they have no interest in giving up something that would increase their power. Can you tell me anything about this building? Beyond the hub, there isn't much to speak of. There's a small shop down the hall if you're hungry, or in need of basic supplies. He shrugs and offers you an apologetic smile. And that's about it, I'm afraid. Alright, I think I've got enough here. Oh no, he said some... let me see what he says about the basement. I need to get down to the basement. Ah, that would be difficult. The stairway leading down to the building's sublevels has been blocked, and the elevator has been sabotaged. It stopped working at the same time that the Arbiters were driven from the building. As we discussed, if you recover my stolen property, I will tell you how to find Tritamus. Otherwise, you could try your luck with Ulrich out front, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm pretty sure I can satisfy the both of these guys. Okay. I think I have what I need to continue on. Save it again. What's this? Oh, that's the elevator. Examine the control panel. You easily pry the metal casing away from the wall, exposing a mess of wires and circuitry. After a quick inspection, it becomes clear that this elevator is wired to operate around a control chip. The chip is missing, and it looks like a power coupling has been yanked alongside it. Without these components, there is no way for this elevator function. Okay, yeah, Ulrich was telling the truth. Alright, that's where the stairway is blocked, it looks like. Considering the state of the rest of the building, this stairwell looks relatively clean and intact. Let's go to the second floor. We're going to just go floor by floor and clear all the rooms. Anarchy! Ooh, what's this? The door is locked. There's an intercom panel beside it. Bypass the lock and open the door. You pop the panel off the door control, and quickly override the lock. The door unlocks with a click. Oh, hey, it's Janet. A middle-aged woman with chocolate-colored skin and shoulder-length dreadlocks looks up from her PDA with a start. She's decked out in form-fit body armor, and in a flash, her assault rifle goes from slung to held at the ready. Who the hell are you, and how did you get through the door? I knocked nice. You just gotta know how. She gestures with her rifle. Cut the shit and start talking. What do you want and why are you here? Parson sent me. He wants his hardware back. She shakes her head violently. No way. Those parts are keeping us online. And not just us, but everyone worth a new yen in this hole. Parson can keep running his ridiculous little cult just fine with what he's got, but us, we're the only Matrix connection that these people have. I might actually be able to talk him out of this, I don't know. Look, those parts can't be irreplaceable. Let me take a look at your terminal. Maybe we can figure something out. Alright, the terminal's in the back room. Go take a look, but if you try to rip us off, you're gonna regret it. I might be able to negotiate. I didn't think I would, but are these the Magnificers? Are these guys part of it? I thought they would be a little bit. I thought they would just attack me on sight. The hacker's terminal has clearly been cobbled together using whatever parts they could find. In spite of this, it's a remarkably impressive piece of machinery. Studying the terminal, it takes almost no time to identify the components that Parson sent you to find. Examine the terminal to see if the signal converter can be removed without disabling it. At the moment, it is impossible to remove the part without disabling the terminal. The converter is required so that the signal the terminal sends can be interpreted by the data jack of its user. I can only use intelligence, but I actually don't have a high enough decking skill. Perhaps a more common part could be modified. The converter is a pretty specialized piece of hardware, but a data jack impulse transmitter is a widely available piece of equipment. You could be converted to work in its place. Let me see if I can talk to her first. Looks like the part that you borrowed from Parson is acting as your data jack signal converter. I think that I can cobble you a replacement, but I'll need a signal regulator to modify, and you don't seem to have any spare on hand. Her eyes widen. You could do that? Jury-rigged one for us? That'd be amazing. Don't get excited. We still need the part. I'll bet you could get one from Carl down on the ground floor. No one else around here could have anything like that. She checks herself. Well, except for Parson, of course. He's got more replacement parts than he knows what to do with. I'll see what I can find. Alright, well, maybe I can get to... Let's go talk to Parson again. Go to the ground floor. Looking for a data jack impulse transmitter. I've got what you need. He looks up and down, his eyes lingering on the gear. You're carrying 1,000 new yen, no less. How much new yen do I have? 118. 1,000? You can't cut me a deal? Why would I do that? Because you like me? Not that much, I don't. Alright, I guess I'm not going to get it from him. Let's talk to Parson then. The attendant behind the counter is uncommonly... why am I reading this again? Wait, Parson isn't... I can't ask Parson about... What the fuck? Didn't she just say that Parson has parts? Maybe I need to search around for the parts somewhere. This guy is just like... What the fuck are these people doing? I guess they're part of the communion, but they all look like junkies. You know what? Fuck Parsons. I don't need his information to get up to Tretamus. Alright, going back to the second floor. Oh good, target practice. Great. This has a high chance of missing, but I'm going to give it a shot. Excellent. Shink. Sick the dog on him. Alright. Just have Iger stand right here. Pull out the sniper rifle. And take some pot shots. At this mage. Oh great, you're summoning a spirit. Ouch. Minus 10 for... Wow. That hurts a lot. Sons of bitches. Alright, I'm gonna have Dante take a few chunks out of these fuckers. Yes! Yes! Excellent. Missed. Oh, come on. Thank you. Neat. Grab up their amulets. 200 apiece. So that's 800 bucks right off the bat. The most basic spell every mage knows and always has ready. Send that to my stash. Probably just sell that. I don't have any mages. I'm not a mage, so it's not going to be any use to me. Send to stash. What is this? Doesn't do anything when I stand on it. Save once again. Never save too often. Filthy drawers. Digging into people's panties. Communion speaks and we listen. Whatever. Religious babble. Bliss. That's a drug. They're taking drugs. They're not spiritual, they're junkies. Communion must flourish, the communion must grow. Let's have a look at this note. On the dresser is a scrap of paper with Shark Tank scribbled on it. What? We are one through the communion. Join us and all will be one together. What the fuck is Shark Tank supposed to mean? I don't see any Shark Tanks. What is this? Ooh. They're probably gonna be hostile to me once I show myself. Well, why is he going over there? Oh, well. No? Why are they going? Now let's talk to Franz here. A group of metahumans huddles together, their eyes wide with terror. Many of them have scrapes and bruises, and a few have more serious injuries. Their clothes are tattered and stained. At your approach, a disheveled-looking middle-aged man steps forward, placing himself between you and the main group. His gray hair is badly matted, and a pair of battered reading glasses hang from the bridge of his nose. Who are you, may I ask? And what are you doing here? Apollo, and you are? My name is Franz. These are my friends and my wife. We live together. Well, we used to live together up on the 3rd floor. You used to live upstairs? Yes, until about a week ago. Then the Magnificers' pets moved in and we had to run for our lives. Spirits, you mean? He nods, a look of pure misery on his face. They're always summoning those damn things. But last week, they lost control of a handful. Before we knew what was happening, they were running wild in our living room. We tried to protect ourselves, but we were no match for them. He shakes his head, a haunted look in his eyes. We had no choice but to leave everything behind. We've been scraping by down here ever since. Franz takes a moment to collect himself. When he speaks again, he sounds more composed. At least Janet is letting us use her Matrix uplink. We can still afford to feed ourselves, thanks to her. Janet? If there are uncontrolled spirits loose up there, someone needs to deal with them. Might as well be us. Franz's face lights up in excitement. Oh, thank you, thank you. Please let us know when it's safe to return home. Alright, I've decided I don't care about whatever Parson has planned. These people are clearly able to get by because of the technology they're using, and Parson's communion is not really helping. They're just techno junkies, is what it sounds like to me. They're probably getting high on the BTLs, the Better Than Life chips, which are like these virtual reality movies that people get addicted to because they're so much better than life. Floods the brain with endorphins. Go up, motherfucker. 3rd floor. Save it before I go in this room. Oh, look! An elemental. Some kind of spirit thing. And I can't hit it for shit. Let's see if I can weaken it. Oh shit! God damn it! Not mean to do that. Whatever. Holy shit! Nah, I don't want to do that. Miss. Hit. Let's see. Really? Oh, come on. Got him. There must be more. Oh boy. Okay, let's put Iger in position right here. A weird looking spirit. Pew! Nothing. Get him, Dante. Armor damage. That's not good. Kill it. Thank you. I guess why I wonder why his bites don't take AP off of the spirits. That's interesting. There's a snap fire. Target 2 enemies, and then open fire on both. Well, I can't really do that. Missed me! Well, sort of. Still splashed me with a bunch of bullshit. Let's reload. Oh, I'm really not hitting him from this spot. Got him. I hit him. Get him. Reload. Well, that changing position there didn't really help. Oh, and I almost hit Dante. That's not good. Oh. Dante's bites really aren't doing anything. Reload. And then just fire a couple of bullets. Alright. Alright, and Iger should be able to finish him off. Yay! I did it! Well, I cleared all the spirits. Let's go rummaging through people's dressers. A premium med kit, just what I needed. Alright, before I move forward. God damn it, will you stop? Alright, let's see about this room. We got company. Blast him. Oh, you're just gonna stand in front of me so I can just go BAM! I'm gonna have Dante run in and maul him. What is that on the ground? Is that anything? Maybe not. Okay, cool. Have Iger run right there. A mage. Mage. Oh, he's standing on a ley line. I want to get rid of him. Ouch. They know how to just break the shit out of my armor. I don't like it. I'm gonna heal myself a little bit. Kill the healer! He's healing too. Let's see. Conjurer. They've all got about the same HP. Alright, let's see if I can select 2 targets. Yeah. Reload. Bam! Alright, I'm gonna get up close. Yes! Cool. Shink! I'll go after the healer. And then after the conjurer. Damn. I was hoping to put him to sleep too. Alright, eviscerate. Yes. I like the puppy. He's cool. Yes. Fuck yeah. Alright. Grab all the amulets. Let's see. So that brings my total earnings so far up to 1,800 new yen. Force 5 Nature Elemental Fetish. I will send that item to my stash. Spellbook. To the stash. I'm no conjurer, so not really going to help at the moment. Alright. Let's save again before continuing. I'm doing really well, and Dante is a really good asset because he can actually stun the enemy for me. A high-pitched, creaky voice shrieks out from intercom. Go away! I won't let any spirits in here. You can't hurt me behind my door. No, you can't. Yeah, I think he's speaking from. I think he's looking at me through a camera. I think I'll fuck with him. I'm a spirit, all right. And if you don't open this door right now, I'm going to come in there and eat your soul. No, no, no! Please don't eat me! I'll do whatever you want! You hear a great deal of fumbling on the other side of the door. Finally, the lock unlatches with a click. I can't believe that worked. Oh, is this Tritamius? The man waiting on the other side of the door is wild-eyed and bedraggled. He looks as though he hasn't eaten in weeks. There's almost no flesh on his bones. His beard is long and tangled, and his jacket is smeared with grease. He nearly jumps out of his own skin at the sight of you. You don't look like any spirit I've ever seen. He eyes you suspiciously. But you said you were a spirit. You must be a spirit. They're everywhere now. All of the places. Yes, all spirits. Oh, he's a communionist. So he's just a fucking crazy person. The madman's voice becomes shrill with panic. It's not safe. Can't reach communion. Can't hear communion. It's not safe. Hello? Oh no. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have opened the door. It's too late. Is it? It is. Calm down. I'm not here to hurt you. Lies, deceit. You seek to deprive us, to remove us, but you cannot. You will not. You will not separate us from communion. It has warned. The communion told us that the deaf would try and take us. We must resist. He pulls something long and slender out of his jacket pocket, a knitting needle. You will not listen, so I will put out your ears. Now hold still. Oh, really? This guy's gonna make me murder him? This isn't good. Alright. Well, he could not be saved, apparently. Cram. More drugs. He was probably also just a complete junkie. Yeah, it was easy because, I mean, he's no fighter. He had a knitting needle. Alright, let's see what's behind this last door. Nothing? Looks like there's something beyond here, but I don't know if this is just a window looking out or what. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. Huh. And what's this circle about? I want to have a look at that again. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I can go back to the Ulrich and give the amulets to him and get some money so I can get that goddamn whatever it is. The part that I need to give to Janet. If I can, I don't want to have to kill them. There's no need to do that because they're not part of the Magnificers. They're just people that live here. So I'm gonna try to go that route if I can. That way I can cooperate with Parson, and he'll give me the information I need. Got a few Magnificer trinkets to sell. 1800. Sweet. Alright. Framed picture. Blurry photo of Janet probably taken surreptitiously with cheap PDA camera. It hangs in a gaudy... Okay. Back for that transmitter. 1,000 new yen. Got it. Alright. Let's go back up to Janet and see if she'll be able to tell me where Tritamius is. Or see if Parson will be able to tell me after I get what he wants. Excuse me, I'm a little sniffly. Got it right here, just have to go install it. She visibly relaxes just a little. About time someone had some good news around here. Go ahead and install it right away. Modify the impulse transmitter and replace the signal converter with it. Sweet. Alright, let's go talk to Parsons and I can figure out where this fucking Tritamius is. Because it looks like I've searched all the rooms and there doesn't seem to be anywhere else to go. Ground floor. I've recovered the parts for your terminal. Ah, excellent, my brother. Let me see then. Let me see them, if you please. Parsons' smile disappears for a moment, and he studies the parts. His brow furrows in concentration. As suddenly as it disappeared, the smile returns. Yes, these are the parts that I need. Thank you, friend. I trust there was no trouble? That you were able to attain them without bloodshed? Of course. We never spill blood when we don't have to. Parsons' face lights up. Oh, that is wonderful news. Truly, truly wonderful. And now, I have my end of the deal to uphold. If you're still hell-bent on meeting with Tritamius, take the stairs up to the 3rd floor. You'll find an abandoned apartment at the end of the hall. Look for the stylized M painted on the wall. It looks like 2 crude lightning bolts facing one another. That's Tritamius's personal sigil. There's an old bookcase in the very back of the apartment, under the 2nd shelf from the bottom. you'll find a button that opens the door to Tritamius's hideout. How do you know all this? Because that abandoned apartment was once mine. In the days before I discovered the peace of communion, I was a very different man. I had need of such contrivances. His smile widens, but not anymore. Finally, I am at peace. I'm sure you're very enlightened. Alright, I don't need anything else, thanks. Back up to the third. I knew there was something about that apartment. Yep. Huzzah! There's Tritamius. A rail-thin elf wearing a comically ornate wizard's robe stands at the center of the room. When he speaks, his voice wavers and cracks. So you're one of the... So you're the one who's been turning my home upside down. I assume that you've come in search of my head at Ulrich's behest. I would warn you, stranger. He cannot be trusted. It's Berlin 2054. Trust is so 2053. That may be so, but I'm telling you the truth about Ulrich. We may have a use for you now, but as soon as this no longer holds, he will kill you. He steeples his fingers, looking for all the world like a kid in a Halloween costume. I would offer you an alternative. What is it that he has offered you for your assistance? I'm sure we can reach an equally beneficial arrangement. That's the way I imagine him. He sounds like a teenager on the edge of puberty. We need to get downstairs into the basement. Well then, our purposes run a parallel. To reach the basement, you must use the elevator. The stairs will not reach it. There's no other way. When we took over from the Arbiters, I removed the power coupling from the elevator controls. I had to keep Ulrich out of his primary armory. In exchange, Ulrich removed the elevator control chip. A petty move, presumably to prevent us from accessing the same armory after he retreated. If you agree to kill him, I'll give you the part that I removed. Then all you have to do is take the chip off Ulrich's stinking corpse. Trust me, that's the only way you'll ever lay hands on it. Once your usefulness to him has run its course, he will devote all his strength to crushing you. I don't believe either of them. Tritamius inclines his head. To show you how serious I am, I will offer you a further boon for dealing with Ulrich as he deserves. A magical item of great and inscrutable power. With it, you may call a powerful spirit to your side to defend you and to crush your enemies. Do my bidding, and this will be yours for the taking. I made a deal, and I'm sticking to it. Now let's get this over with. The elf's lips twist into a cruel smile. Big mistake, pal. You're gonna burn for that. Okay. What's my overall health? Fuck it. I'll just go over here. Pump a few shotgun shells into this guy. If I don't miss every fucking shot. Let's see what Iger can do. Okay. No, we'll do this. Bam! And shabam. Yes. And then let's go to Dante real quick. Take that one out. And this one. God damn it! I didn't quite want to do that, but that works out. Yes. Holy shit. Damn! Tritamius is strong. Can't trust those millennials. I guess not. Let's see. Fuck up, Tritamius. Yes. Fuck you. Haha. Ah. Make sure he can't do anything at all. Oh, gotta reload. Oh fuck! I didn't realize that my main guy was on the brink of death. I'll make sure Glory runs over to him and heals him. Triage, please. Grab these amulets. Oh, there's other rooms in here. I wonder... Well, let's end this turn real quick. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, Tritamius is dead. So now what? I'm gonna save to the second slot just in case Tritamius was telling the truth. Some new yen. 60 bucks. It's not much, but it's something. Just gonna raid their quarters. A designer amphetamine. Yay! Drugs. Do drugs, kids. They're perfectly stimulating for your everyday life. Not really. Don't do drugs. Ugh, Jesus. I hate my body sometimes. It is a huge apartment. How the fuck did this guy afford all this? Oh, and it looks like the thing he was promising me. So I got it anyway, so fuck him. Well, if Ulrich does stab me in the back, I will make sure he regrets it. Especially with my puppy on my team. He's such a good puppy. Talking like a pubescent teenager kind of fucked with my voice. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong one. Ground floor, that's what I want. Oh, hold on. I need to go do a good deed thing first. It might give me some experience points. Go let these people know that their home is nice and safe now. Talk to Franz. About those spirits. Yes? It is safe? I dealt with the spirits for you. It's safe now. Thank you so much. There aren't many people left that put themselves in danger to help a bunch of strangers. Excellent. Got some experience points out of it. Alright, back to the ground floor. Alright, first I'll give him the amulets. Ulrich fixes you with a wary eye, yeah? You need something else? Got some magnificer trinkets to sell. Tritamius won't be a problem for you anymore. Here's his amulet. Ulrich accepts the amulet with a smile. Ha! Nice work, friend. He raises the jewel high above his head, then hurls it to the ground. It explodes into a spray of dull, glassy shards across the concrete. Ulrich favors you with an ugly smile, then reaches into his pocket and fishes out a badly scuffed control chip. He hands it to you. Well, I'm a man of my word. Here's the control chip for the elevator. You slot this into the elevator terminal, and you'll be good to go. Oh, and you'll also need to plug in the power coupling that Udi stole. You did grab that, right? I'd imagine it's still up there somewhere if you didn't. Hang on, you never... Ulrich holds a hand up and shakes his head. Whatever. It's not my problem. I've got bigger things to worry about. Besides which, you've got the chip. I've held up my end. Without waiting for a response, Ulrich takes a step back, then turns his head to shout at the toughs behind him. Listen up, boys! Our friend here just taught Wizard Boy a permanent lesson about messing with the Arbiters. A chorus of cheers erupts from the assorted gangers assembling behind Ulrich. So gear up, because we've got a goddamn building to take back. Alright, gotta go fix the elevator. Repair the elevator. You easily pry the metal casing away from the wall, exposing... Okay, I've already read that kind of stuff. Variety of symbols before finally displaying the word online in warm green letters. Alright. Okay. Let me save it real quick. Alright, next time we are going to access that back door to get at Apex so that we can kill it and get into the Harfield Manor and rescue Falclair if at all possible. So, thank you all for joining me. If you've missed previous streams, you can always find me on YouTube. There's a link below. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Apollo Story. Thank you, and have a good night.